Oh, this is Rick Mahorn, the bad boy, giving a shout out to my man Drew, Detroit Drew. Make sure you tune in on his YouTube channel, Detroit Drew, bad boy.
Detroit Drew. Detroit Drew.
Yo, what's good, peeps? Happy Free Smoke Saturday, and we are back in the building again to talk some Detroit basketball, man. We got some good stuff coming up. We got training camps. We got preseason. We're going to recap the offseason and talk a whole bunch of more stuff. But before we do, when you guys come in, make sure you guys do like the video and get ready to know you're here because we're going to shout you guys out in the chat in a minute. But let's introduce you to the panel before we get too far into it. First and foremost, Pistons Talk, man. Make sure you guys go subscribe to him. He is almost at 1K. He's been putting the work in, uploading every day. So make sure you guys do go subscribe to him. But Pistons Talk, man, what are you doing today, man? How are you feeling?
Overwhelmed from Troy Weaver. Overwhelmed from just everything, but I'm doing good. Can't wait to break down everything this madman has done over the past week. But let's talk some basketball, fellas.
And we got a lot of stuff to break down because it was like every 5 minutes Troy was doing something. But J-Mo's got the funniest picture of Troy Weaver I've ever seen, and he uses it at every opportunity he's got. Make sure you guys also go subscribe to 313 J-Mo, but Mr. Free Smoke Saturday himself, how you doing today, man? What do you got for the peeps?
Man, you talking about I got 2 phones. He still got 2 phones right now. What's good, everybody? What's good, man? It's Free Smoke Saturday. It's a beautiful day for Lions fans. You know, it was the dark one a few days ago. So everything is good, man.
All righty, man. Let's see who we got. Let's go from the top. I got Vector. I got Zeke. I got Nick. I got Dominic. There's Nick again. I see Joey. I see Hectic, man. Make sure you guys subscribe to Hectic, man. That's my boy. Somehow he was able to get the new Xbox and is able to stream 2K. How he got the Xbox, I don't know. But he's out there grinding. Make sure you guys go subscribe to him. I got Gerald. I got Michael. I got King Lion and Stefan Ibarra. And that's it so far, man. Shout out to all the peeps in the chat, man. Make sure you guys do come in and you do like the video, man. I appreciate you guys rocking with us. You guys' support's been off the charts lately. So, fellas, let's go ahead and jump right into it, man. We went into the draft with 1 pick at 7. We walked out with 4 brand new players. So, my question to you guys is, which rookie is going to have the biggest impact year 1? And I think that a lot of people are going to say Killian Hayes, and that's a realistic possibility. But the more and more I watch Stewart play, I've watched a ton of highlights, the more I hear him in interviews, I think he's ready to go right now. And I think that he might have the biggest impact right away. And I think Killian's going to have a couple years where, you know, he's going to turn the ball over a lot, maybe not make the right decisions right away. I think Stewart's going to be ready to go right now. But, J-Mo, let's start with you, man. Which of these rookies that we've taken so far is going to have the biggest impact their rookie year?
It's definitely going to be Killian Hayes for a lot of reasons. First of all, he's going to get the most opportunity. He'll be playing at least 30 minutes a game, 28 minutes a game, and he's going to have the most effect on the game. When you look at what the Pistons need, our biggest need is actually a playmaker. Mainly a playmaker at point guard, and he'll be able to provide that for us day one and also provide stuff on the defensive end. You know, the rest of our players will have impact, but I just don't – it's not going to be like Killian unless they all playing 30 minutes a night, then I'll take that back. But I don't think that'll be happening. But when I'm looking at what Killian Hayes brings to the table offensively, defensively, and playmaking, he's going to have a huge impact right away. Like I said, he's going to be in the Rookie of the Year running. Y'all sleeping. This man is 215 pounds, and he's 6'5" with these skills. Y'all sleeping.
Well, Pistons Talk, looks like you got a fresh haircut, man. That's what everyone in the chat's talking about.
It's funny, I don't.
I'm about to be like, I didn't notice no haircut. I'm about to be like,
my hair's actually down, like probably past my neck.
Flip back, bro.
You're trying to get that mullet back.
No, I'm too lazy to get a haircut, and I'm working.
I feel you. I had to go on my lunch break to get mine. But Pistons Talk, man, let's get your take on it, man. Of all the 4 rookies that we've taken so far, which one do you think is going to have the biggest impact their rookie year?
I feel I'm kind of with you on the Isaiah Stewart train. Killian Hayes is obviously like probably you would probably say that's like the easiest answer to say because he's probably going to be starting day one.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're going to bring Derrick Rose off the bench, and I don't really think Casey's philosophy has changed. Last year he did the same thing, but I'm with you on Isaiah Stewart. I think he's a guy that's going to get 10 to 12 minutes a night, and he's going to play hard every minute on the court. A lot of people are comparing him to Ben Wallace already, which I don't really like to do.
Yeah,
you
pump the brakes on those.
Yeah, like I get it. Like I said, I see more Zebo, Derek Favors in his game. I like him a lot. I like his attitude too. He's cocky. I love that. He's got that Detroit DNA in him. I really love his game.
Mm-hmm. Chicago African says D Rose is starting. F out of here. Look,
he's not.
You didn't watch the Pistons
not.
much last year. We had Reggie Jackson. Yes, Reggie Jackson starting over Derrick Rose. They want Derrick Rose to be the sixth man. They think that's his best position on the team. So I know you guys from Chicago love Derrick Rose. That's your boy. If you want him that bad, you got to trade for him. Give us something back. You can have him back. I have no problem trading him back to Chicago. But under Dwayne Casey, man, 9 times out of 10, he's going to come off the bench. I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but that's the way she goes.
What do you mean? He should be coming off the bench. Y'all trying to break this man into a million pieces? No, I want him playing 70 games.
He's going to be the closer regardless. He's going to be out through the fourth quarter to close the game out. It doesn't matter if he started or not. He's going to be the guy with the ball in his hand when the game's on the line. So, really,
I don't know about that. I don't know about that, though.
It's going to be him or Blake.
I was about to say, like, Blake, D Rose had fun last year when the team was trash and stuff. New roles will be established.
Oh, yeah. Blake wasn't healthy that Pelicans game where Derrick Rose hit that buzzer beater, was he?
No, he wasn't.
No, he had one leg.
But he was out there, though, because he was in the celebration, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was, after he jumped up to him, he was limping after.
Right.
But,
right.
I get it why, like, Chicago fans are like, why wouldn't you start Derrick Rose? But as soon as we started him, we won 4 games and then he got hurt. Like, that's the thing. You play him too much, there's a risk of him getting hurt. Not to say he's not more talented than Killian Hayes, he is, but we're trying to protect him. We're trying to, make his, career last longer. You'd hate to see him pull another ACL. Like, that would be awful.
Like I said, we're trying to have him play 70 games. Literally.
Yeah, like, we're trying to preserve his minutes and preserve his career.
And so far, it's worked out, man. He's been one of the most efficient players for the Pistons. Really, since his Chicago days, this has been his best season. And he's put on team. He was on Cleveland with LeBron, and they just didn't use him the right way. So I really think Derrick's happy here. Like, we're using him in a really good way, and he seems to be happy here. So I'm all for it, man. But yeah, that's all we got for the rookies, man. I like all of the rookies. All right. So we're going to break this one down into 3 categories, okay? We're going to be talking draft, free agency, and trades here. And I guess kind of the trades and free agency can kind of go hand in hand because there was a lot of signing trades. But our offseason's over now, okay? We finished it off with the cherry on top and Wayne Ellington. I want to know your guys' individual grades for each category. So for the draft, free agency, and trades. And then what's your overall grade altogether would be for all 3 steps of the offseason. Does that make sense? Because I feel like I worded that really weird.
Wait, what?
Okay, I'll go first so that way you guys catch the drift here, okay? Okay, so for the NBA draft for the Detroit Pistons, I'm going to go ahead and give them an A. We went in with 1 pick. We walked out with 4 young prospects and everything except for Saban Lee. I think that he's going to spend the first year in the G League and really take Jordan Bone's spot. But even then, he's got a lot of potential can come up. Bay, Stewart, Hayes, all these guys are going to be part of the rotation right away. You got your core. You throw a Sekou into that core along with them, and you got his foundation you're building off from. So I'm going to give Troy Weaver, Dwayne Casey, Ed Stefanski an A in the draft. For free agency, I'm going to go ahead and give him a solid B-. I like Grant. I think that's a good signing, and I think a lot of people were worried that we overpaid for him. But when you see what the Denver Nuggets fans are saying about him, they really, really wanted Grant back. They are calling Grant a snake because he chose to go to Detroit.
Oh, my gosh.
Dude, did you see this?
No, but like, I don't care what the Denver Nuggets fans have to say because I've been watching Jeremy Grant before he was even on their team. So
Yeah,
like I
good
can
see.
care what I've been watching him literally his entire career. I've probably seen 75% of the games he's played in. So I don't want to hear what they gotta say. Like I saw him play for them last year. Like, come on, like come on.
I just
They got
report what
Michael
I see.
Porter Jr. What y'all crying about? Shut up.
And
Like,
then I have to give him another solid pick for Okafor, just because we heard Pistons talk about that one before. So it's always awesome when one of our guys calls a free agent signing. So I like that. But then like Plumlee, that hurts their free agency a little bit because I think we definitely overpaid for him. But we got guys who are going to come out here and produce and going to be consistent each and every single night. Like we know what we're getting with the guys we got out there. And then we capped it off with Wayne Ellington at the end. And we got some depth. We got some shooting now. And I think we're pretty deep. You know, I don't think that we're going to have the same rotation or the same starting five from game to game. So I like that. And then for trades, I mean, there's a lot we could talk about here. I'm actually going to go ahead and give them a C for trades. I just don't think we got as much as we should have. We let Christian Wood go for pretty much nothing. We ended up we got that 19th or was it the 19th? No, that was the Clipper trade, wasn't it? That was the 16th pick, wasn't it?
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I like that in return, but you know, you let Luke Kennard go for first and all stuff like that. I'm not like hating on it. It was just kind of okay. I feel like we could have got more. But overall, for the entire offseason, I'm going to have to go A-. Troy Weaver shook things up. He realized what we had here was not working and knew that we were just going to be, you know, run of the mill. I love everything Troy Weaver's done. He has changed the direction of this team in just a couple of days, in a matter of weeks. Everything was shook. It was traded. It was signed. It was stretched. It was all kinds of stuff left and right happening. So hats off to Troy Weaver, man. He worked his tail off and he changed his team, and I love it for it. So overall, offseason can be about an A. So now that you guys have seen that one, Pistons talk, what are your offseason grades for the Detroit Pistons for the draft, free agency, trades, and then overall altogether?
So free agency, I'm going to give him an A+ for being really aggressive because we thought we were going to have one draft pick. We come out with 4 draft picks. You get Killian Hayes, you get Isaiah Stewart at 16, Sadiq Bey at 19, and Saban Lee with the 38th overall picks, which he'll probably be a two-way guy. You probably won't see a lot of him, most likely in Grand Rapids. For free agency, I'm going to give him a C because I did not like the Miles Plumlee signing. I did not like all that money. $8 million is a lot for a guy like Miles Plumlee, but I slept on it. I kind of understand why they want Miles Plumlee. He's going to be really good for Killian in the pick and roll. Not to mention he's a pretty underrated passer, but $8 million is a lot. For trades, I'm going to give him a C. I think he sold low on a lot of players. I think he sold low on Bruce Brown. I think he sold low on Luke Kennard. You didn't have to trade Luke Kennard. He still had one more year left on his deal, but hey, it is what it is. Overall, I'm going to give him a B for everything he's done so far.
Absolutely, man. I like that. You know, and I think we all got different mindsets of what he did good and what he did bad, but we're definitely going to get a good take here from JMO. JMO, man, what are your grades for the draft, free agency, all the trades, and then overall for the Detroit Pistons offseason?
All right, I'm gonna start with the trades. Terrible, horrible, disgusting. It's like no. The trades. I'm giving it a C. It's a lot. A lot of the trades. I would. Did we win any of the trades?
No.
That's what I'm saying. You know, and that's what I'm really looking at it from that perspective. We made some moves to free up some cap. We did build a better roster. I'll give him some credit for that. But it's just a little bit weird to me. In free agency, Jeremy Grant could come out and ball, but I just don't know about that. And we definitely paid him too much money. Definitely. I like the Okafor signing. I like getting DeLon Wright. I like getting Josh Jackson. That was cool. So I'll give him like a B towards the offseason as a whole. But the draft, I'm going with like a B+ for the draft. You definitely got Killian and that was cool. Isaiah Stewart, you got him, and you got my man Sadiq Bey. So it was definitely a good draft. But the whole, just like Pistons Talk was saying, the whole Kennard and Bruce Brown, the return we got for these people, what we gave up, I've already talked about my dislike with that, and there was a lot of other of the small moves that we recently been doing that's been a little weird. But Troy Weaver has been very solid because I feel like every time we needed something, he went and got it. We needed another guard, he went and got it. We needed a shooter after losing Galloway. I know a lot of people might not be high on the Wayne Ellington signing, but I think it's a very solid pickup for what he's going to do. He's not going to play a lot of minutes, but when we need shooting, we can put him out there to shoot the ball. Like, that's really what's going to happen. So I think Troy Weaver went out and built a solid roster, but some of these contracts and some of the trades, we didn't necessarily win on them. I feel like we got fleeced by the Clippers, who we gave 3 second-round picks to. Like, I don't understand how we trade. How do you trade Kennard to the Clippers and not end up with Shamet? Like, I don't understand. Like, how do you not have Shamet? Like, I don't care if we got the 19th pick. We should have got a player. You know what I'm saying? That's what I look about that. But I'm not gonna be too hard on Troy Weaver because my man had 2 phones, and that boy was calling him up, wheeling and dealing, and he shaped up a very, very solid roster. But a C definitely for the trades, or offseason a B, and the draft a B+.
I like what Ben said, man. He gets an A+ for letting go of Thon Maker. For those guys who have not seen it, Thon Maker has agreed to a contract with the Cleveland Cavaliers. So we will get to see Andre Drummond and Thon Maker 4 times this year. Actually, I don't know how that's going to work because there's only playing 72 games. Are we still playing divisional teams 4 times a year?
Probably, yeah.
Okay. So we'll have to keep an eye on that one. But that's going to be fun to watch, man. Andre, Thon Maker, coming back to Detroit, revenge game. Have to wait and watch out, man. But I got asked this question a lot by people from Instagram, and a lot of times when I went live on YouTube is they want to know who we're comparing our draft players to. So they want to know what player represents Killian. And from what I've gathered, a lot of the subs call him D'Lo. Troy Weaver's called him a taller version of Dragic. So Pistons talk, we'll start with you on this one, man. Let's just do the first 3 picks
Okay.
just to keep it short and sweet. What do you compare our 3 draft picks in the first round to, player-wise?
So Killian, I would have to agree with Troy Weaver. He plays a lot like Goran Dragic. I see people compare him to D'Lo, but D'Lo was a scorer. Killian doesn't really look to score. He's capable of scoring, but I see like a Dragic comparison. I think it's a really good comparison. Could he turn into more? Yeah, obviously he could. If you're talking about Isaiah Stewart, I kind of get like a Zebo comparison. I've seen a lot of that. I don't see Dennis Rodman or Ben Wallace. I just want to get that out there. I don't see it. Those two were just freaks of nature out there. I think Zach Randolph could be a really good comparison for Isaiah Stewart. Saddiq Bey, he's kind of interesting because he kind of plays between a small forward and power forward. I kind of see like a younger Trevor Ariza in his game. Like Lakers Trevor Ariza when he was winning championships with Kobe. Like that's what I see with Saddiq Bey.
I smell what you're cooking. I like those comparisons. And I do agree with you there on the Dennis Rodman Big Ben one, man. Those guys were just so good vertically. Like they had some of like the best just like second and third hops. Like they were able to tip the rebounds around and just were able to jump up higher and faster than everybody. I just don't see that with Stewart. Stewart's more strong. But even then, Big Ben was probably one of the strongest players that I've ever seen play. So, J-Mo, man, let's pass this one over to you, man. For our first 3 first-round picks, so Hayes, Bey, and Stewart, which players do you compare their game to the most?
Like I've said it before. I've given Killian comparisons, but I don't really think it's a comparison for him right now. Because you can compare him to Goran Dragic, and Troy Weaver said, a taller Goran Dragic, but I think he's more than taller. It's just more things he does. That young Goran Dragic, I mean, if you compare him to a taller Goran Dragic in his 12th year, maybe, but let's think about Goran Dragic coming into the league. I just think he's just a little bit different, man. I'm saying Killian is unique. He's one of one. They're gonna be comparing players to Killian. Now with Stewart though, I definitely like the Zach Randolph comparison. And I definitely see a less passing Bam Adebayo type because I think he'll be able to guard eventually multiple positions, and he'll still be able to just do the dirty work for us. Like I don't know if he like I said he won't be passing the ball like that. At least that's what I see now. And Sadiq Bey, man. I compare him. Oh, I see somebody said it in the chat, King Lion. I was gonna say that I'll compare him to Paul Pierce, man. I like a less offensive Paul Pierce, man. That's how I see Sadiq Bey at his best, obviously.
All right, we got a question from Periscope from Detroit KP. He says, "Who's gonna get more time this year, Sadiq or Josh Jackson?" And that's a tough one because I think that they have to fight for it. They have to earn it. Nothing's given out. Pistons talk, man. Let's start with you on this one. Between Bay and Jackson, who do you think is to get more minutes?
I think Sadiq Bey gets more minutes than Josh Jackson because I think Sadiq Bey can play probably in between a small forward and a power forward. I think he's going to get most of his minutes at the small forward position. Josh Jackson, to me, I don't know where the hell you're going to play him at because he can play two guard. He can play small forward. He can play power forward. I don't really know if Casey's going to give him minutes. We know his track record. It's not the best. So I don't know where he would get the minutes at right now on this roster.
JMO, what's your 2 cents on this question?
It's going to be Sadiq Bey, man. We're more invested in him. We just drafted him, and it's more about a system fit. He'll fit right into the system that they're trying to start with.
I would agree. My comparisons, man. Once Troy Weaver said Dragic, I was kind of like, what? I
just think he's more athletic than Dragic.
Yeah, he is.
Way more.
But he is a pass first player. I don't know if I've really seen a player like Killian that, his game is really molded after. I think he does a little bit of everything pretty well. So I think he's a combination of some guys. Like he has some really good handles. And I think that's where the D'Lo comparisons came out, where his handling. But he doesn't look to score all the time. He is a pass first point guard, but don't get it twisted. He can shoot. He can finish through contact. He does a little bit of everything. He's just got to be a little bit more aggressive there. I've started it, and a lot of people like it too. I compare Stewart to Jason Maxiell. He's just a bully down there, but people don't like it when I call him that because they said Maxiell is just a role player. But that's all he's going to be for right now for year number 1. I don't think he's going to break out and have this huge rookie of the year season or anything like that. But he's going to be a force down there, and people are not going to want to go against him because he's going to be physical. He's going to talk trash. He's going to intimidate them, and they're not going to want to play. And then Bay's your typical 3-and-D guy. There's so many guys you can go after and name him. So I think we did a great job getting these 3 players right here in the first round. But moving on to the NBA season, man. Training camps and preseasons are going to be starting here in a couple of days. I believe training camps start the 1st of December. And then it was 2 weeks from yesterday. What was it, the 11th of December? That's when preseason starts. Is that right?
Yep.
So we're less than 2 weeks away from the preseason starting, which is insane. It feels just like a couple of weeks ago. The NBA Finals were going down, and that's why, because it was. So, fellas, my question to you on this one is, what do you want to see from the team this year, between the rookies that we got to the guys who've only been here for a few years to the veterans? What are you guys looking for from the camps and preseason for the Pistons? J-Mo, I'm going to toss it to you first.
I got a message to every Pistons fan watching. It's Free Smoke Saturday. What's good, y'all? We have a player on this team that needs to turn into the next GOAT. He needs to turn into the next hope. And his name is Doritas.
Oh,
I don't care about nobody else on the team right now, but Doritas. Obviously, I'm joking. Doritas. I will keep saying his name right till he understands the energy. I want to see this dude ball out and make the team. That's just the way I feel about it, especially in training camp. I want to hear. I don't care if it's just training camp. I don't care if it's just practice. I don't care. I want to hear that, hey, yo, Servetus out there saucing people right now. He out there cooking. Like, that's all I need to hear is Servetus is cooking people right now. Like, all the rest of the players, Killian, Sekou, the players we drafted, we know what they're gonna do. But to me, Doritas to me has like this secret type of extremely heavy pressure, man. And when I'm really looking at it, man. Oh man, my fault. Y'all in the chat funny today, man. We'll break down things for y'all in a second. But no, my thing with besides the Doritas, okay, I need to see Sekou, Killian Hayes, and all of our young players getting the bulk share in a minute. So I'll name the players: Sekou, Killian Hayes, Isaiah Stewart, Svi Mikhailuk. Those players need to be getting the most of the minutes. I don't want Jeremy Grant and Josh Jackson's and Mason Plumlee's and Jaleel Okafor and whoever else we want to try to put at power forward. I don't want any of these players taking minutes away from our guys. And that's mainly what I'm looking at. But it's Davidas and Sekou and Killian Hayes better be on the court consistently, get a lot of minutes.
Yeah, I like that. To add on to that, I'm really looking forward to watching Blake Griffin play again. And I don't think we should play him a whole lot in the preseason. But this is going to be the first time he's played basketball since, January? Mm-hmm. Roughly, around that ballpark of a timetable. Like, he needs to be out there. We need to see where he's at, get him some minutes, but then take him out in the next 5 minutes, plug Sekou out there, let Sekou and Killian run wild on people. But before I pass it to you, Pistons Talk, J-Mo, can you break down what Free Smoke Saturday is for people in the chat?
Man, this is hilarious. Like I said, man, Free Smoke Saturday has many meanings. The first meaning is we've had a lot of discussions and debates, and like I tell people, I give them a warning, man. Look, I'm from the city, and it's real raw over here, man. That's just how I am. And if you say something stupid in the chat, it's free smoke. Like I'm gonna let you know. You want to come on the show and make yourself look more stupid, you can get chopped up on the show. That's one part about it, man. Because we got a lot of haters that be hating on certain players, and we gonna see who right in the long run. Also, my man Drew always has his Drew Weisers. I will have a Drew Weiser or two, maybe, or just smoke and have some fun before the show, man. But it's Free Smoke Saturday every week, so y'all, if y'all gonna be in the chat, making these dumb comments, this is what we here for, and that's mainly what it's about. It's just it's all fun with the fans, but it's I'm mad I have to break this down because like I said, it has like 5 meanings. But mainly for that, man, it's whatever you want. So it's some of both, man. But anybody that ever wants to have a debate, man, you definitely can come on the show. It's free smoke, so you better be prepared. You better know what you're talking about, because it's not gonna look good for you. That's why I feel like a lot of people don't want to come on the show. Y'all got all these opinions, but y'all don't want to actually talk about it. I just find that funny.
But if you guys do think you can handle the smoke, all you gotta do is hit up one of us on Twitter and or Instagram. You guys are welcome to come on the show and talk with us. So I can't control J-Mo. So if you come at him and you start saying, bro, Sekou, Killian, they're the worst duo in the league, well, he's going to light you up. There's no filter. There's no filter. You might break the show. We might not ever come back from it. But Pistons Talk, man, let's give your take on this. Preseason camps, all that stuff's happening here in just a couple of days, man. What are you looking to see from the vets, from the rookies, from just everyone top to bottom?
From the vets, I really don't expect anything. I expect Blake to be back. I expect Derrick Rose to be healthy, exploding past people. I expect Jeremy Grant to just, play defense. For the rookies, I want to see where Sekou's at. I want to see where he's at in his development. I want to see if that jump shot is as crispy as it was in that overtime video. I want to see Killian. I want him to see just making better passes, not turning the ball over as much as he did over in Germany. I want to see, Sadiq Bey. Everyone's hyping this guy up as a two-way guy. I want to see what all the hype is about. Isaiah Stewart, we've been hyping him up. I actually want to see what Troy Weaver was talking about in his press conference when he said, I had some inside intel on Isaiah Stewart. He wasn't playing to his max capacity at the University of Washington. I want to see what that's about. So there's a lot of things I'm looking forward to in preseason. Hopefully we can see everything that we talked about during these preseason games.
Yeah, man, I'm right there with you. What did he see? What did he get to know? I'm very interested to follow it all up, man. But Yeah, it's going to be fun. You know, it's the first time we've watched the Pistons play in almost a year, just a couple months shy of a year. I'm excited for it because I think that this team is going to be very competitive. Doesn't mean they're going to make the playoffs, but I want to know, do you guys think they're going to be competitive? I think that Troy Weaver has done a good job. I don't know if it's enough, but we got better defensively. You know, I think that I don't want to say we got better shooting, but I think we got better scorers all the way around. We don't just have guys standing on the perimeter anymore, if that makes sense. I think we got guys who are willing to attack the basket and can play make. I think we got some guys who bring a little bit more to the table than just shooting. Now, that's good and bad because, no Luke Kennard out there anymore. So that was a guy shooting 40%, but you still have Luke. He shot 40%. You bring back Wayne Ellington. Wayne Ellington played really well here for us. I think that we'll be hanging around here. I think we're going to be in the race to make the playoffs. But 313 JMO, man, do you think that this team is going to be a competitive team this year?
For real, dog. Like, come on, man. Like, if you just met bro, Nick, we happy that you supporting above the rim, bro. He said, what does 313 mean? Lord, help us. He said, what is where are you from, Nick? Like, are you from like somewhere around the world? Like, you can't be from the States. Like, you can't be, man.
He's
from 99.
He's from 99.
This man said, oh man, he threw me off with that one. That was a good joke. I needed that laugh, man. Shout out to Nick giving us laughs and joy out here with these funny questions. So now, Drew, my fault, man. What was your question again, man?
Don't let people from Saginaw ruin your day.
Bruh, no, like I said, I needed to laugh, man.
I want to know, do you think that this Pistons team is going to be competitive or not this year?
Well, yeah, I was definitely talking about that yesterday on my live stream. I definitely think they're going to be competitive. My caveat is this: if Blake and Grip and D-Rose stay on the team, as long as they're on the team, we'll be competitive. Now, if you're moving them in mid-season, if you're trading them, I do think we'll be less competitive. We'll be a little bit more scrappy, but then you'll probably be heading towards like I can't even say 35 wins because I don't know how many wins is 35 for a 72-game season. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Maybe it'd be like 29 or something, the equivalent, because it's like 10 less games. But that type of area for what I'm trying to say, you'll be around that. And what I'm saying is, I think the Pistons are going to be very competitive. I'm just looking at the roster healthy with Blake and D-Rose on the team. I got to keep saying it because those guys are walking 45 points and 10 assists, 11 assists. That's exactly what they are. Walking 40 points, 10 assists. That's Blake. So if we lose that, obviously we're not going to be contenders. But I think regardless of losing them, this team is going to be very competitive because we have a defensive mentality. Just like my boy D said, 313, fuck the free world. You already know, man.
Shout out to Bravo, man. Bravo's at work right now. But he sent $1.99. Thank you, Bravo. He says, thumb up, guys. Hit that like button. Absolutely, man. We have a couple different takes on this question. Very similar stuff to talk about, but just worded differently. But Pistons talk, man. Do you think that the Pistons will be competitive next year? Well, I guess technically this year.
I think they'll be competitive, but they're going to want to watch out with that top 16 protection. They traded to Houston for Christian Wood. So if they make, let's say they're 7th seed, they lose that draft pick. You have to take that into consideration.
Right.
Now, the NBA did talk about the play-in tournament like they did in the bubble. Could the Pistons be a 9th or a 10th seed? Maybe. I don't know. If everyone stays healthy, you could make that argument. But I think what they're going to want to do is just try to develop the talent. If they win some games, that's great. If they don't, that's also great. I think they'll be probably around that 9th, 10th spot, honestly. I see a lot of games that are going to be competitive, but they probably won't close out the games like last year. They just let the leads slip away.
Absolutely. Well, let's get to these next 2 questions. I think these are pretty good questions. BetOnline predicted the Pistons to only win 22 games this year. I believe I seen, was it an ESPN or an NBA one that had the Pistons as the 2nd worst team in the East? what do you guys think about all these different websites and articles having the Pistons as such a terrible team? Are you guys buying into it? Do you think it's true? Me personally, I don't. You know, I'm not saying we're going to be a 5th seed or anything like that because our team's totally different. We have to build chemistry, but we have guys who are hungry, who don't back down, who are going to embrace the city of Detroit and really buy into the chemistry. I think we're going to be competitive, and I think that we're at least going to be just a little bit below 500 team, if anything. But what do you think, JMO?
I think I agree. I agree with you, man.
Yeah, I don't see why people hate us. But
no, I don't understand. It's like we did all of this. It's seemingly good, and all of a sudden we have all these haters. Oh, the Pistons gonna be garbage. Oh, y'all gonna suck. And I've said it. I've been saying it. Why is this team not gonna be good if like Blake and D Rose are on this team? Why wouldn't we be good? Why wouldn't we be a bad team? That does not. And you have Jeremy Grant and the rest of the Mason. You got a solid squad.
Yeah, you do. I think what's missing is shooting.
I don't think so. I think Troy Weaver might have solved that as well. We'll you brought in Wayne Ellington. He definitely shot well in our system. You got Speed, you got Sadiq Bey, and I believe Killian is a bit much better shooter than you guys think he'll be. Blake can still shoot, so I think our shooting is going to end up being equivalent to last year. You'll never have a Luke Kennard Speed type of thing, but I think a lot of people are hating on the Pistons because they're bitter, and I don't think we're going to win 22 games. Like I said, Pistons fans think we getting Jalen Green or Cade Cunningham, and I'm just trying. It's not going to happen, y'all. Now, if Blake is traded, then it will happen. If he's not on the team, it will happen. But if he on this team, we're going to be winning games. I'm trying to tell y'all right now.
My thing is, if they're winning games, Weaver trades them because he doesn't want to lose his picks. That's the thing.
I'm not. I have to actually see him do it before I believe he actually.
But he's going to have to.
But what if we're like 8-9 games above 500 with Blake and them, and we in the 6th seed? You just saying like just for the pick, he's gonna trade him and try to tank. I don't know if he's gonna. I don't know if Tom Gordon's gonna be on board with him just giving up on the season.
Well, we haven't seen Tom Gores. I think Troy Weaver locked him in the cellar personally because after those moves that Troy made,
I'm just saying, like I have to actually see him do that. Because like I haven't really seen him team do that before, like give up on the playoffs because of a protected pick. You know.
Yeah. I think you have to trade Blake and Derrick Rose if we're doing that well because their value will never probably be that high again. And I think if you're trying to rebuild and get salary cap room, if you're a playoff team, say Blake's playing really, really, really well. Say he's averaging 26 to 29 points per game. Derrick Rose averaging 20. We're above 500. You got to move him. You have to, or else you'll never get back in return what you thought you would. You'll never regain that. So it's tough because I know we desperately want to make the playoffs.
But do you think? So you think if Blake had a great season, his value is just going to decrease?
Can't get any lower than it is.
My thing with Blake Griffin though is you never know he's going to get hurt. So if you don't trade him by deadline, if he's healthy there, come post.
I'm just looking at what OKC did with Chris Paul. They didn't give up on the playoffs.
CP3 was healthy all year, though. They gambled.
They kept CP3, but he was supposed to be a trade asset, and he did get traded. But they kept CP3 the whole year, and they traded him in the offseason with his value the highest. If Blake plays a full season and is averaging what you just said, like I don't think his value. I think his value will be the same.
The only difference is OKC has 30 freaking draft picks and no protections on theirs. So I mean that's the only difference. But like I said, they could make the playoffs so everyone's healthy. I wouldn't disagree with you there. But I think Derrick Rose probably gets moved before Blake because that contract's easier to move, and you can just give the full reins to Killian and have DeLon Wright play the backup point guard and just develop the talent. Don't worry about winning games. Just develop what you have. Develop Sekou. Develop all these 3 rookies you just drafted. At the end of the day, it should be developing talent. You shouldn't really be concerning yourself with the playoffs or winning. The Pistons have said pretty much we're not really looking to make the playoffs. We're looking to rebuild for the next couple of seasons and develop what we have.
Looks like Joey here says DraftKings has Detroit at over under 32.5. See, that's a little bit more realistic, man.
I'm about to say that sounds 100%.
That's a lot more realistic. You know, I think that's right on pace where we'll be. So I like that. You agree with that one, Piston Stock?
Yeah, I mean, if everyone's healthy, that's the thing. If Rose is healthy, if Blake comes back to his 2018 form, I would not disagree with that at all. You could definitely make a case for third.
I was saying like around 35 games, but the equivalent of a 72 game season instead of 82. That 32 is like right around that mark. And this is like if they play like the Pistons and don't win some big games, 35 games type of thing. But yeah, like 22 games, 20 games, like. No, we're not getting a top 5 pick, y'all. Like, give up on it. It's not going to happen. And this draft is loaded to like player 20. So we're going to get Troy Weaver is going to draft a stud. So I don't think you should really worry about draft position besides the pick. Other than that, you shouldn't really be worrying about draft position. Like, go do some research on next year's draft class. It's like, yeah.
It's good. It's really
all the hype is 100% real.
We're going to talk about this because I'm not sure how this is going to work. But the NBA is going to do a play-in tournament for the NBA playoffs. So,
I know how it's going to work.
7 through 10, those teams will do a little tournament to determine who will make the playoffs. My question before we talk about this is, let's say Detroit's the 10th seed. If we win, are we still technically the 10th seed in terms of draft, or do we move up? So we can make the playoffs and still keep our pick.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this is.
I like that.
Okay,
Pistons ninth seed. Let's go.
All right, so we need to be
that.
bad during the regular season, but we don't want to be so bad where we're out of that 10 spot. But then go right there, turn it up a notch, keep your pick, make the playoffs, and get swept in the playoffs. Go get a draft pick, and then come out full swing next year. But let me ask you guys this, man: with the play-in tournament a factor, do you guys think we will be a playoff team now? Because we don't have to be an 8 seed. We just have to be top 10, and we have a chance to make the playoffs. And I think that this is an opportunity we have not had yet. You know, we've always been about the 10 seed. And I think that these guys will step up in the big games. We always really do. Piston Stock, I'm going to start with you, man.
I think if
be a playoff team.
If you look at the top is it 7 through 10?
Yeah.
Play? Well, if you look at the top 6 seeds, obviously, we're not probably going to get there. I think you could make a case for, maybe a 7 through 10. I think they could. Like I've said, I probably sound like a broken record. If we're healthy, we definitely can probably sneak into a play-in tournament, and maybe we upset a team or two. Who knows? I think defensively, we've gotten a lot better. We solved the rebounding issue, I think, with Stewart, Okafor, and Plumlee.
Mm-hmm.
I think you definitely could make a case for the Pistons to sneak in between like that 9th and 10th seed in the East.
Well, in terms of rebounding, I think we got to do it as a team now. Obviously, no Andre, no Christian Wood. Blake's going to get you 7 to 8 a game. Depending on how much Stewart plays, he'll be about the same. All the big guys just need to come in. Okafor needs to box out and put bodies on people and get rebounds that way. So we might have a bunch of games with guys who have like 8 to 9 boards apiece and have like 3 or 4 guys do that every night. We're going to need it at least, but – yeah, man, I think that we have a real shot at this.
Well, we just have better players that rebound better individually as players. Like Jeremy Grant can rebound.
Yes.
I don't think like Killian can rebound, especially for a guard. Sekou naturally, you just had like a lot of the players on our team individually, because usually a lot of these good rebounding teams, yeah, you can have an Andre or Rudy Gobert, but a lot of them just have a lot of players that get boards. So it just, and I mean by players, and that's what I think is going to help us out a much more. Yeah, you got the centers, but like now I know Jeremy Grant can get some boards. I even know Speed can get some boards, especially in the starting lineup where he's like the second shortest player. Mm-hmm. So yeah.
What about your take on this though, JMO? With the play-in tournament, do you think that Detroit has a chance to be a playoff team?
Yeah, just like what Piston Sock was saying, I've been sounding like a broken record about health, but of course I do. I really believe in this team if they're healthy. Like if Blake, we got a 72 game season, so if Blake play, if it all the 72 games actually happen, if Blake plays like 55 of those 72 at worst, you know what I'm saying? I can see us winning at least 40 of those games. And that might leave us anywhere from 7 to 10. Like we can win 36 games. Like I said, we can win 38 games. It's not just about Blake. It's about the collective as a team. But Blake to me is a leading force because I watched him take a trash team to the playoffs on one leg. I don't care if we was the bottom seed. I don't care what our record was. He showed that he can be a great player, at least in the East. And it hasn't been so much talent in the East that's come in that I feel like if Blake is healthy, he won't be able to do the same things with a better squad, with more time, with more continuity with some of the players. So I think we can be anywhere from 7 to 10, and I think we're the last team that you want to face in the play-in tournament. Like you don't want to face us,
Right.
I definitely believe that.
We got 165 people in the chat, man. We only got 61. Oh, I'm sorry. It's at 169 now, man. Giggity. Let's get 169 likes. Make sure you guys do like that video. Make sure you guys do go to the description. Follow all the DSA members. Go subscribe to Pistons Talk and 313 JMO. They put in great content over there as well. So go show them some love. Bravo, man. You there?
It's very slow. Sorry. Can you guys hear me?
I can hear you just fine, sir.
Yo,
Okay.
was good. Was good.
It just looked like a connection issue. I didn't hear the question. What was it?
So I want to know, because we got a play-in tournament this year for the Pistons. Shout out to Bravo, man. He's out here working on the job and on above the rim, man. Shout out to Bravo. But I want to know, Bravo, do you think the Pistons have a chance to make the playoffs because of the play-in tournament? So the seeds 7 through 10, we'll do a little mini tournament to find out what final teams will make the playoffs.
So I can't really hear you. Can you guys hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah, I heard the question. It's a playoff, so I think we will be a really good defensive team, and we know the East doesn't really play good defense. So our defense will be good, probably one of the top 10 or 15 defense in the East or in the NBA, because we have Jeremy Grant, all defensive player. We have Sadiq Bey, he can defend. We have Killian Hayes, who can defend. A lot of good players who can play defense. So I think even Isaiah Stewart is a good defender. So defense really wins your game sometimes, to be honest with you guys. Defense bring the game back. And if you something really want to improve first is I think is a good defense. So we saw this in OKC last year. OKC was a very good defensive team, and that's why they made that close to they made really good progress in their team, even though they were like depleted compared to the previous years. They don't even have Westbrook, but they really made the playoffs because of the way they play defense. So I think it's a good start for us. Are we going to make the playoff? It's really hard to believe so because our offense is the problem here, shooting especially. So we lost a lot of shooting, and I know we got like Wayne Ellington, which is right now, but we lost Luke Kennard, the shooter. We lost.
But we got Davidas, man.
Yeah, so I don't know. It all depends. If defense is good, I think that's something I can guarantee. We're going to have a good defensive team. But will we make the playoff? It's hard to believe so because a lot of teams got better around us. I think we'd be close. We'll be close. And if I'm honest, I think I'll be happy with just improvement. You know, we need just development in this year so that we can select players. If I'm honest, if I want to do the Pistons, I want to have Sekou be a breakout season. I want Sekou to be like in the candidate for one of the most improved players in the game. This is what we need to be. We need to hit on our players' development, and so that will be prepare us for the next 3 years.
Yeah. I like this. Xavier Washington said Stewart equals Big Ben, Blake equals Sheed, Tayshaun equals Sekou, no Rip, maybe Sviv, and no Chauncey yet. Chauncey would be killing it.
I was about to say, we got Chauncey, bro. Don't worry, man. We don't got the Rip yet, but we probably get him next season.
Yep, and I think there, boom, we got the 04 going to work team and a modern era. But make sure if you guys got your questions, man, you do drop them. JMO, what day is it?
It's Free Smoke Saturday. You already know what it is.
So Free Smoke Saturday, another addition to it, man. If you guys got a question, you can ask Detroit Drew. You can individually ask Pistons Talk, Bravo, or 313 JMO, or you can open it up to the entire panel, man. It doesn't matter to me. But like I said before, man, make sure you guys do like the video. Do check out the description. The links to JMO and Pistons Talk's channels are over there, man. Pistons Talk is almost at 1K. We're trying to get JMO to 2K. They put up great videos, man. Make sure you guys do check it out. DSA website's also in the description, man. Jim put a lot of hard work into that. Go check it out. And the DSA channel is in the description as well. So I'm excited for basketball to come back, man. We're just a couple days away. I do believe some of the preseason games will be on local TV, so you should be able to watch them on Fox Sports Detroit. But something we didn't really talk about. We get to play the Knicks twice, and we play, the Wizards twice?
Mm-hmm.
So when you play preseason games, you're not really trying to go out there and win. That's not really what you're looking for. You're trying to see execution. You're trying to see guys learning the offense, playing defense, and stuff like that. So it should be fun. It should be fun.
Yeah, Drew, hold up, man. Give me a second. Everybody who's watching, disclaimer. If you don't want to hear no curse words, I'm about to go off.
We need to get a curse button.
I hope we beat the living shit out of the New York Knicks. Fuck them and their fans. Like, I'm so sick. These Knicks fans, I don't know where y'all come from trying to hate on the Pistons, you little Knicks fans that's been in all our comments and even been on our live stream. I hope we beat the living crap out of y'all. And guess what? I'm going to be trolling y'all. And when the regular season starts, I hope we sweep y'all. I swear I'm not with these New York Knicks fans right now. They talking too much. You going to get humbled real quick, bruh. That's all I got to say about them.
They're just too obsessed.
Like, they've been talking. They've been talking. They've been talking. And I'm sick. I am sick of them. They've been talking. So I hope we blow them out by 30.
It all goes back to Zion, man. I remember I went to game number 3 of the NBA playoffs when the Pistons were taking on the Milwaukee Bucks. Some guy had a Zion Williamson jersey custom made for the Knicks. Like, I really do hate Knicks fans. They're so cocky and arrogant. Like, now that guy just wasted $100 and some on a jersey that he can never wear because he'll never go to New York. So, sucks to be that guy, man. All right, Jim.
I don't know what the Knicks fans have against us. Yeah, I don't know what the Knicks fans have against us, but I know what it is. We got Killian. That's why y'all mad. I forgot, y'all. So if you didn't know,
let's.
If you didn't know, hold on, Bravo. If you didn't know that the Knicks fans been wanting Killian, like, am I right? Pistons, so they've been wanting him just as bad as we did. And and they're mad that we got Killian and they got Obi Toppin and they didn't get Tyrese Halliburton. That because I'm trying to think, why are they so pissed? Like, because it's right after the draft, they start hating on us and coming at us. We got Killian. That's what it is, y'all. Salty.
I don't even think it's that.
I'll be salty too. No, I know a lot of Knicks fans that want to Killian Hayes.
I think it's the draft pick more than anything. They're mad that they got screwed out of the lottery like we did.
I think,
they didn't start talking until we got Killian though.
It goes back to the 80s. They wanted to be the bad boys with Patrick Ewing and Oakley, and they were tough and they were good, but they weren't the bad boys. I like Oakley, but they weren't the bad boys, and they never won a ring. And we got 3 of them, and every time they talk trash against us, all we got to do is say, kiss our rings, and they get mad.
I'm just saying, like, the moment we got Killian Hayes, you see Knicks fans coming in our chat like, oh, y'all going to be garbage, man. Yeah, they pissed. They pissed. Be mad. I'll be mad, too.
I'm surprised.
I want to comment here about the Knicks. I think I like one thing about the Knicks. Really, I love it so much is the Madison Square Garden. Man, that arena is spectacular. I've never seen something like that. I visited myself, and I really like the Knicks for that reason. They got a really well-sell arena, and you gotta love that.
Whoa, hold on. All right. Did you see that, J-Mo?
Yeah, what the hell are you doing?
Okay, so my laptop
was that,
touchscreen. Check this out. Piston stock, you and J-Mo are about to switch spots. Check this out.
Nah, man, this man.
We're playing checkers.
Hey, I love having a touchscreen laptop, man. Like,
that's
now,
kind of cool. I don't know what I'm gonna ever
This
use
is-
that for, but that's kind of cool. But let's see what kind of questions we got going on, man. I haven't even looked. It's all about Knicks.
No,
no,
you started.
because like they feeling that energy, dog. Pistons fans want to know. Knicks fans, y'all are below. Y'all will always be
Houston
below.
from us. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good
Like,
one. I liked Allen Houston was nice.
I think they're mad about Christian Wood too.
yeah.
They thought they were getting him.
Oh, hold on, JMO, we got a challenger. Sorry, man. I just seen your. I'm gonna send you the link on Twitter right now for you. Hold
He
on.
said, I don't even like the way that sentence sounds, bro.
All right, I sent you the link on Twitter, man. All you gotta do is click on that link, and it'll take you right over here.
Is it a Knicks fan? I hope it's not a Knicks fan.
No, he's a Pistons fan. We've been
Like, if he's a Knicks fan,
He's-
it was about to get real bad for him.
he might be a Pistons and Knicks fan. I don't know.
You
We'll
better
see.
not be no Knicks fan, bro. What's good, 313 hit, man? You got to get on the show, brother.
Yes, absolutely, man. Absolutely. Make sure you guys do drop your questions down below, man. I'm looking
Oh,
forward.
fantasy basketball. I was gonna, hey, man, Tony, man, we might do something on that.
Yeah, we might do a free league. It's kind of hard, for the football stuff. Luke G sets up a pick'em league where you go through and pick all of the games, see who wins and stuff. That is really hard to do with basketball because there are 12 games
So
on
many games.
every single day, and even in fantasy basketball, it's hard. I've done it for the past 5 years or so, and it's an everyday thing. So I mean, like if you're a busy person, it's not for you. But all right, here's a question. Detroit Drew, your thought on Malik Monk idea where we give up a 2025 and 2024. Hell no. Not 2 first round.
No, bro. Like, oh my gosh. Like,
Where's that one? Who wrote that one, man? Who wrote that from? I haven't seen that. I don't like Malik Monk and giving up 2 firsts for him. I really think Monk's a bust. So
No. What is wrong with you?
what?
We got Josh Jackson, the better version of Malik Monk.
Yeah. So I thought you were coming at me for a second. I was like, what did I say? Let's see. Pistons talk, man. You said play-in tourney works like March Madness, question mark.
Yeah,
Oh, no, I actually know how the tournament works. I was going to say something about that.
I was trying to
earlier.
explain it to him. He messaged me on Instagram about it. I didn't really know how to explain it to him.
Yeah, so it's actually pretty simple. If you the seventh or they gonna have a tournament. So basically, what's gonna happen is the seventh, basically the 7th or 8th seed, you have to win your game. If you win your game, you're in. But if like the 7th seed losing to the 10th seed, then that 10th seed will play for the 8th seed. It's very confusing, but basically the 7th and 8th seed have to win one game to keep their spot. But if they lose, so you're gonna have the 9th and 10th seed are gonna battle it out, okay? And then the winner of that game, after the 7th and the 8th seed go, they're gonna battle it out. So the winner of that 7th and 8th seed game is the 7th seed, and then the 8th seed is gonna play against the winner of the 9th and the 10th seed for the damn 8th seed. It's crazy, right? But really, the way it's set up is very hard for the 7th seed to not end up the 7th seed. Basically, it's really about the 8th seed. But that 7th seed can get his spot stolen because, like, if the 8th seed beats the 7th seed, now the 7th seed has to play the winner of the 9th and the 10th seed to stay in the playoffs. If they lose, the winner of 9th, 10th seed is in the playoffs, then now the 7th seed is out of the playoffs. But that's how it works. 9th and 10th seed battle it out. 7th and 8th battle it out. The winner gets a playoff spot. The loser plays the 9th and 10th seed. And then the winner of that gets the 8th playoff spot.
It's going to be interesting, man, because I think a lot of those games are going to be really, really close. I think that my bold prediction is that we are going to see the Pistons take on the Cavaliers as the 9th and 10th seed matchup. Wouldn't that be something?
Oh, you tripping. You tripping.
I'm actually kind of
like
higher
that,
than even this year.
Man, that's almost as bold as known as the Knicks going to the playoffs. Like, you tripping.
Nah, I really – wait, I forgot. Who did the Cleveland draft?
Isaac Okoro.
Oh, you tripping for real.
Yeah, never mind. Scratch that. Never mind.
I mean, they got
Oh,
Thon
yeah.
Maker and Andre Drummond and JaVale
Oh my
McGee.
gosh.
See, I really thought, I don't know. I got a weird feeling about them. Like I don't think they have a bad team. Like I feel like they should be better than what they were last year, but they pretty much have their Blake Griffin and Kevin Love around Andre. That was good enough to get us into the playoffs. And they actually have a point guard. They got two of them. So I don't know. I think they'll be better than what they were. No, I'm a lone wolf on that one.
You're tripping because you still got the Magic. They'll and the Hornets. They'll be more competitive than them, and then you still have the Hawks and the Pistons and the Pacers and stuff like that. Like they're gonna be like a 12 seed again. Come on.
Yeah, probably. But I'm not really high on Charlotte, man. I like Melo.
I don't know why you're not high on Charlotte. They gonna
because
be
they got Gordon Hayward now. They're gonna take away looks from Melo. It's not gonna work.
What? Gordon Hayward is he passes the ball.
Yeah, but he's by himself. He doesn't want to act like he's Kyrie out there.
Nah, man.
Oh yeah, bro.
Nah.
Bet.
No.
Bet.
No.
Bet.
No.
Bet.
No. Bet what? What do you want to bet? Like they gonna be better than the Cavs if that's what you want to bet.
That's not a thing. That's like
Cavs.
bet on the lines. You never bet on the lines. I'm never bet on Cleveland until LeBron goes back.
Oh my goodness.
Oh man, we could probably got some questions here.
No, we was having some fun for a second. Shout out to the people in the chat. Make sure you guys like the video. Make sure you subscribe to my man's Pistons Talk, trying to reach to 1,000, man.
All right, it says, answer me this. Why are the Pistons cursed to never get the first overall pick?
Oh my god.
I don't know. I don't know if there's a curse like there is on the Lions. Pistons Talk. Do you know more about that? Because you laughed right away.
Because I know Bravo's going to say that the NBA hates us and it's a conspiracy theory. That's how I was like, don't open that can of worms again, man.
Man.
Hey, what do you think about that, Bravo? Why do you think the Pistons are cursed, never get to pick? Open the can.
Is it got two words for you? NBA is rigged. That's pretty much. They hate us,
Bro.
They never think that the Pistons should have won that championship against the Lakers. Just because we broke the Lakers, they just want to hate us more.
All right.
No, come on, y'all hilarious, man.
Hey, what's going on, man?
Hey, y'all hear me?
Oh yeah, we can hear you loud and clear. How you doing today, man?
I'm good. You? I've been watching you guys for a few days, well, pretty much since the draft came out. And I've been looking for people that talk about Detroit sports because, the national media never gives us any coverage.
Right.
The only time this is like to bag on us pretty much. And I've just been Pistons and Lions fan all my life. So I don't know.
So welcome to the curse.
Yeah,
How you
man.
doing? I had to ask Lions fans yesterday. On Thanksgiving, I think it was. Why are you a Lions fan? I need the story because we struggling out here.
Yeah, hey, I'm actually surprised. I was messaging Drew on Twitter, and I was telling him how we've never fired a coach with more than a year left on his contract. So I was actually happy that they fired him today. I wasn't sure they were going to do it because I was telling him how we always are. They're more concerned with the money than with the winning, and so that's actually a good sign if you ask me that they fired.
Yeah,
him.
I don't know how anybody could have saw that picture of Sheila and thought he was gonna survive.
Yeah.
Oh, like she was like, I need to go shoot my dog in the back. Like that's how she felt. She's like, yeah, we gotta part ways. Like it ain't working out. I need to do like I told you. She pulled up to his house and she just gave him a look and then she just let the news let him know he was fired. She didn't even tell him. She was just like, hey Patricia, and she just rolled away. And then he found out he was fired via Pride of Detroit.
But yeah, I'll be happy about that. And then with the Pistons, I've liked a lot of what they've done this offseason. I know a lot of you guys and the people in the chat don't like the Plumlee signing, but I don't think it's that awful because I think the $8-9 million, that's like the mid-level exception now. I know it used to be like $5 million, but I'm pretty sure the mid-level exception is about that price now. I don't know all the details for sure, but I feel
Okafor got mid-level exception.
Well,
He's getting paid. He's getting paid less.
That's the veteran minimum. There's the mid-level exception that each team gets one each offseason.
Oh yeah. No,
And
the
then there's the
MLE
veteran.
is $8 to $10 million, but I'm not giving him that. Ugh.
but that's what I think he got is because you can sign one person each
Okay.
year, and and I could be completely wrong. I'm not gonna act like an expert, but I think one of the things is that they might do with that is, let's say you come to the trade deadline, and like I said, I don't think they're gonna trade Blake or D Rose unless it's for first round picks. Like, they're not gonna just trade them away for a bunch of twos or to be bad. You know what I mean? I think they're gonna trade them if they can get good draft picks for them. But if not, I was telling Drew too. I was talking to him. I sent him. He's probably like, man, this guy sent me a whole book.
No, that's all good, man. Yeah, that's awesome. I like it.
But no, I'm thinking if they can trade them for first round draft picks, whether it's next year or years following, they'll do that. But they're not going to just be like, oh, you know what? Let's just get rid of these guys, send them to a contender, and get second round picks back. They're going to want first round picks, and then if not, I think they're going to try and actually make the playoff push. Because like you said, you figure 2/3 of the league is making the playoffs when you got 10.
Well, from what
you get 10.
Well, from what he was talking about, they should hold on to D Rose and Blake. You know, they should play hardball with them. I mean, those are trading chips. We should hold on to them like
Exactly.
you know, like puzzle pieces.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, yeah, there's good experience for the other guys. Is what I was saying too. Is let's say we can't get good draft picks for them. You keep them, try to make a playoff push, and get the young guys experience in the playoffs, because that's going to be valuable for the young guys as well.
But see, this is what all these YouTube pundits don't understand. Most of these signings are really short term, so we could be out there real active in the free agent market in the next 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, Hitman, that's what I said yesterday. I was like, do y'all realize that next year draft and free agency is going to be way better? Do you not think we about to kill that? Like, Troy Weaver about to go ham.
Yeah.
What you mean? Like, so when I'm looking at it like that, it's cool. But like I said, I'm not giving up Blake and D Rose. The deal has to be nice. But I just don't think a team is just going to be like, yeah, we in the playoffs. Let's just get rid of Blake and D Rose and tank for a pick. I just don't know if they'll do something like that.
If we got them right now, we should make a push for the AFC. Why not? Now a lot of people think we ain't gonna make it no doggone way.
No, I'm with you on that, man.
I think the East is pretty open. I mean, if you only have to get to the 10th seed to have a chance to make the playoffs, even if the Pistons don't make it as the actual 8th seed, that's close enough. They're going to have a fighting shot, and that's not really too much to demand out of this team right now. We got enough talent.
I mean, like, could people count out or count Orlando as a shoe-in? No. Can they count out Toronto as a barely shoe-in? Barely, because they lost Ibaka to the Clippers, and they lost Gasol. So that means Siakam go out to carry the squad by himself, even though they got Van Vliet coming back.
No, I think Toronto at least will make it though. It'll probably do like the 6th seed or something like that.
I mean, yeah, you're right about that, but they definitely took a hit though.
No, they not they not the same team, but you know, yeah, like they'll be all right. It seems like I know people is buying Atlanta, and like the way I feel about Atlanta, you gotta show me before I think you're gonna do something. Especially
and then on top of that, Gallinari got to stay healthy. I mean, he a China doll right now.
No, that's right, man. I just feel like, man, I don't know why Pistons fans want us to be trash. I'm like, why do we need to be like? If our roster was trash, cool, we trash. But looking at this roster, why would you want to be a team that's not at least trying to win? Like I said, 35 games, just try to compete, man. Like you already know it, man. We not Detroit. We're not built to just lose and just be trash. So I'm trying to compete with the players that we got, man.
And that's my thing, J-Mo. It's like they just expect us to get all these players just to take on out. I mean, but the East is, you know, the bottom 4 of the East is very wide open. Ain't nobody got a solid spot locked up. Nobody. Especially in the bottom 4.
In the East, it's 3 teams every year that switch out at the bottom, bro. That's just how it is.
Yeah. If you guys got any more questions,
because none of the bottom 4 are locks. None of them.
No, go ahead, Drew.
I'm just trying. I had a question I lost it. The chat jumped on me.
No, man. If y'all don't know, if y'all in the chat don't know what it is, it's my man 313 Hitman. Make sure you guys subscribe to his channel, man. He definitely dropping all Detroit content. Sadly, he's a State fan. Besides that, man, it's all good. It's all good.
All right, here's a question for the panel. Pistons talk. I'll throw it over to you, man. Would you have Plumlee or your boy Okafor at starting center position?
I'm taking Mason Plumlee. And the reason why I'm doing that is he's better at setting picks. He's a good passer. He's not completely useless on defense. Okafor to me is someone I kind of like the comparison of Enes Kanter. I feel like that's the type of player he can be. You know, bang down low in the post, get you a couple points, and that's what you're getting out of him. Defensively, he needs a lot of work. I mean, he's allergic to defense. And he's just not a good defender, but I think there's still a lot of upside there. I think there's a lot of potential that, you know, the Wayne Casey and the coaching staff can, you know, help him be an average defender at the very least. But Plumlee for me would be my starting center opening day.
J-Mo, what about you, man?
I wish the Pistons would start Jahlil Okafor. Like don't you dare disrespect me like that. You right. Jahlil Okafor is literally Enes Kanter. All offense, no defense. He ain't give you he can give you 20. He can get 20 to Andre Drummond because he's soft. But I think Drummond still gave him 17 that night. So or something like that. He not playing no defense at all. Like he might be the worst defender on the team. I'm dead serious. And I'm not coming at Jahlil Okafor. I'm just telling y'all the reality of the situation. I just watched him with the Pelicans for the entire season last year. And I watched him before play with the Pelicans when he was playing when Christian Wood was there and I was watching the Pelicans. So he ain't playing no defense. And honestly, I'd rather have a person that's average to below average on offense and good enough on defense and setting picks and making good plays like Plumlee than a guy like Jahlil Okafor that's just a one-trick pony. Plumlee is going to do those dirty things for you. He's going to play that defense, and he's just going to make the right basketball play. Sometimes you can't trust Jahlil Okafor to throw the right pass so he can get the lob or throw it to the open shooter. He's a very selfish player because he ain't used to getting a lot of minutes no more. So when he get the ball, all he's thinking is score. So I'm definitely not starting him over Plumlee, man.
Question here for the panel. How do you predict the Pistons will monitor Blake Griffin's minutes and rest? Anyone want that one in particular?
Well, can I say something on that?
Yeah.
And it actually goes back to the Plumlee Okafor thing too. Is I think they're gonna start Plumlee with Griffin because of the defense-offense thing, where you're gonna have Griffin doing a lot of offense and Plumlee. I mean, he's not a great defender, but he can get some blocks. He's got good athleticism. He plays better defense than Okafor. But then when you bring Griffin out, I think they're gonna put Okafor in so you have that post presence on offense. Because
you know what, you stole the words right out my mouth because Okafor will be excellent off the bench. You know, it'll be that offset where Plumlee give you the gritty, dirty work with the rebounds and the rim protection, and then you got Okafor coming off the bench.
Yeah, I like Plumlee with the pick and roll with Killian as well because he can set those hard screens, and then you can have Blake coming off the backside even, and I think that could be nice. And then, like I said, when you have Griffin and Plumlee out, you bring in Okafor at center, and then a defensive four. Whether you slide Jeremy Grant up to the four, or you put Sekou in there, somebody who's more defensive oriented. But yeah, with Blake's minutes and rest, I think they're gonna kind of see how it goes early in the season. But like I was telling Drew on Twitter, I think the vets, and you guys were saying you want to see the young guys get a lot of minutes, but I think a lot of the veterans might get minutes earlier in the season as they acclimate the young guys, and then also try to boost their trade value before the deadline as well.
Yeah, I think so too. I think the majority of it is going to depend on how healthy Blake Griffin is right away. He should be more than 100% healthy. He's had over a year off to recover, but his knee is not the first time getting hurt. So he's older. He's on the wrong side of 30. Sometimes you start getting older, your body doesn't heal right or as fast. So it's always something to consider. But if he's healthy off the rip, I don't know if their schedule got released yet. You have to look at how heavy or light the schedule is going to be. But if you're playing playoff teams, you need them to play right away, and you need to kind of compete. And then depending on how the season goes, you just wind them down a little bit. Then you give the guys like Grant Hill, or not Grant Hill, yikes. I seen a question about Grant Hill, but Jeremy Grant and Sekou his minutes and let them sit out. Then you can develop when you're going to play a team like you're not going to win. So I think that this is a good opportunity both to kind of build for the future right now and also right now be competitive and compete right now. So I think it's a win-win right now, and I kind of like it.
I think they got a lot of flexibility, like you're saying. They can go try to develop the young talent and have some veterans where if they make a playoff push type thing.
Let's see here. It says Detroit Drew, but I'll open up to one of you guys since I just answered that. If you could trade Okafor in a second-round pick, I would get DeMarcus Cousins. He reminds me of Rasheed Wallace, always in trouble with refs, but healthy, 28 points. Yeah, Pistons talk, man. What do you think about that one?
I love you, Steven, but man.
Hey man, Steven usually is like killing it in the chat, but like you look like you smoked a little bit too much before Free Smoke Saturday today, man. Like you been tripping, bro. Come on, man. I like Boogie as a person and his grit, but come on, man. That man got them Klay Thompson legs. Like stop playing, dog.
I ain't touching that, but
I'm good,
I don't even think Houston would do that, honestly. I think they like DeMarcus Cousins. They're going to have an interesting front court, actually, with Christian Wood and DeMarcus Cousins on the same team. That's going to be a fun team to watch, but I probably wouldn't do it because they'd probably decline the offer, honestly. But the fact that you mentioned him and Rasheed, yeah, they have attitude problems with referees. I would agree with you on that 100%. They just don't like refs. I don't really blame them. Good question, though, Steven.
If you guys got questions, man, go ahead and drop them down. We've been on for about an hour and 20 minutes. We didn't really have a whole lot of topics. We kind of broke everything down really fast and we kind of crushed it there for the last week, fellas. I gotta say, I've been happy with all of our videos. Everything's doing well. And the support from all the fans is awesome. I think everyone's subs went up. All of our videos started doing better. So it's been awesome. And it's awesome. That's all I can say. But let's go ahead and transition to final thoughts. If we got any questions on the way out, we'll go ahead and answer them. Hitman, man, we only had you on for a minute. We'll have to get you on for a longer period of time because you got some good takes. But thanks for coming on the show, man. You got any final thoughts today?
I'm sorry, you were cutting out there. Did you ask me something there?
I was going to Hitman, but yeah, I could go ahead and pass it to you, man. Usually what we do, I don't know if because since you're a new member of the show, is final thoughts means we say something. So usually a take or just like a thank you, or if you got something to plug, usually what final thoughts are for.
Oh, okay, yeah.
My bad, Drew. I was busy.
That's all right, man. Who wants to go? No one?
He can go ahead.
All right.
Y'all funny, man.
All right, yeah, I'm new at this. I appreciate you guys letting me on the show. I just love talking sports, and I appreciate you guys letting me on. I think the Pistons can be good though. I think they make a push for the 9th or 8th seed, and they get in the play-in tournament. One last question I wanted to ask actually is for the play-in tournament: is it the 7 plays the 10 and the 8 plays the 9, or is it 7?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, you had it right. You had it right.
No. The 7 plays the 8.
What?
The 7 plays the 8th seed they play the 8th seed for the 7th seed, and then the 8th seed is basically playing the winner of the 9th and 10th seed for the 8th seed. So that's how it goes. No, it is confusing, but like basically the 7th seed is playing the 8th seed, right? For the seed
has to win twice, right? Just like it with the bubble.
Yeah. So, well, basically, if the 8th seed beat the 7th seed, now the 8th seed is the 7th seed, and the 7th seed got to play the 9th and 10th. Okay. So, yeah.
All right. Yeah, I think they have a chance to push, and I like what Troy Weaver's doing. So I appreciate you guys letting me on the show.
Thanks for coming on, man.
No problem, man.
Hey, man, you ready or are you still busy?
Yeah, I'm here. Well, my main thing is, As far as everybody, criticizing the Pistons, I think we'll be ready. We just need a healthy D Rose and Blake, and I'm good with the backups that we have. I mean, Okafor got a roll, Plumlee got a roll, and everything else, everything should be fine. For all you haters out there, we make the HC, I'm cracking on y'all. Peace.
I appreciate you coming on, man. We'll have to get you on again, man. Definitely. Pistons Talk, man. Almost at 1K. Make sure you guys go subscribe to him. Let's get him over that home and join the 1K club with me and J-Mo. But what do you got for final thoughts on today's show?
Man, this was a fun, crazy show. I know it's just going to get better when we have the preseason, actually games to analyze. Probably the next live stream, we should, get some training camp footage and all that stuff. Yes. We can break that down. As always, I love doing these every Saturdays. I actually look forward to them, talking basketball with both of you guys every week. Good show, you guys, though. Really enjoyed it.
Man, we appreciate you coming on, man. And it's really cool to see your channel grow. You're doing really good. Make sure you guys do go subscribe to him. His link to his channel is also in the description. Also in the description is Mr. Free Smoke Saturday, the heart of the city, 313 JMO. Go subscribe to him as well. What do you got for the people on Mr. Free Smoke Saturday's final thoughts?
What's good, y'all? Y'all already know it's Free Smoke Saturday. It's one of the most beautiful Saturdays of the year because Matt Patricia and Bob Quinn is out of here.
Thank you, Lord.
That's what I'm talking about. Shout out to my man's 313 Hitman. Make sure you guys go subscribe to his channel. He definitely making some good content, and he definitely knows basketball. Like I said, the only problem is he a Michigan State fan. Like, otherwise it'd be cool, dog. But besides that, I've been saying that I think Troy Weaver is trying to build a competitive team, and he's not just going to build a team that's going to go out there and lose. He said he was trying to bring back the old Pistons and the old work ethic, and I feel like all the players that we drafted are pro ready. They all play defense, and they all got that mindset and that grit that fits the culture. Troy Weaver is building something great. Now it's just up to Dwayne Casey and the leaders and Blake and D Rose, if they're still on the team. I got to say that. So you need to lead these young guys, and y'all should be able to win a lot of games. I definitely think we'll be in the play-in tournament, whether we're 7th, 8th, 9th, or 10th. I think we're going to be there. Like, I really do. Like, we might not be the 8th seed, but I definitely could see us being the 10th seed as long as long as Blake is playing 75% of the season. Now, if he's not, then we'll see what happens. I think the roster is built up. It's built all right. I just like what's going on, man. Shout out to all the people in the chat, everybody who comes on Above the Rim and support my channel and support all of the Detroit YouTubers, man. That we've been out here grinding, man. So I thank y'all for that, man. But we'll be back next week, man. I saw somebody ask how often this is. We do this every Saturday around 7 Eastern, man. And if something happens crazy, like a draft or Troy Weaver losing his damn mind, then we'll do a spontaneous show. But usually that's when it is, man.
Yes. Steve-O right here says, anyone watching the Tyson versus Roy Jones Jr. tonight? Yes, that's actually why I'm getting up. And
Yeah.
I gotta see if Iron Mike still got it or not, man. Like, it feels like this match has been going on forever, man. Like, I want to see Iron Mike in the ring again. So that's my plans for tonight. I don't know about everybody else, but plus I see Nate Robinson's on the card.
Is he really?
Oh yeah, against Jake Paul. I want to see him. Like, Nate, you better not let us down, man. Nate. You better not let us down, Nate.
He's got to do it, bro. If he loses, there's no coming back. His career will be over.
You better not let us down, Nate.
But yeah, man, final thoughts, man. Thanks to all 180 of you guys that were in here at one point in time. It's been crazy. You guys are thirsting for basketball. I'm thirsting for basketball. It's back next week. So.
I'm ready to shut these haters up, man.
Oh, I feel you, man. There's a lot of them, man, all over the place.
No, they just came out of nowhere. People mad we did something good. Now they hating. That's what it is.
Oh, Jimbo, before you wrap up your final thoughts, give me the no Killian slander we tolerated. We needed that one.
Oh, okay. You already know, man. And I know we got some haters in the building, but it's all cool. As always, no Killian Hayes slander will be tolerated. No Russell Westbrook slander will be tolerated. No Lonzo Ball slander will be tolerated. No Sekou Namboya slander will be tolerated. And guess what? For the rest of my life as a Piston fan, until he not a Piston no more, no Isaiah Stewart slander will ever be tolerated. You hear me? I'm dead serious, dog. That man's a dog. We ain't tolerating that.
Like this. Let's make fun of this one. Like what? Why do you even say this, bro?
Bro, you know he trolling, man. You know he trolling.
But,
Come on, man.
All I'm
Come
gonna
on,
say,
man.
Nick, if I was trolling, I'd be a little bit better
We
than
got
that.
one. Westbrook's washed and he sucks.
Wait a minute. What they? Hey, Nick, what they gonna do with that bum Kevin Knox, huh?
Wow.
Come on, man. Oh, hey,
All right,
man.
There's no coming back from that one. We're just gonna let that one go. But appreciate you guys for sticking with us tonight, man. All the funs, all the seriousness, good takes. It's getting like a better show every week. It feels like so.
Yeah,
I appreciate it from all the peeps out there. Stay safe, and we'll see you back here next week on 313 JMO's channel. Peace.
Thanks for